भारत में शरिया लागू होगा।
ये ब्याह इलीगल है, पॉक्सो केस है ये। 16 साल रही है वो।
इन पेपर्स के हिसाब से आपकी छोरी 18 साल की है।
सारी जिंदगी बर्बाद कर देगा, बात ने समझते ब्याह।
आप नहीं समझ रहे हो पापा, मारो रशीदा सो नहीं है।
തെരഞ്ഞെടുപ്പ് മുന്നിൽ കണ്ടുകൊണ്ട് തയ്യാറാക്കിയിട്ടുള്ള കേരള സ്റ്റോറി രണ്ടാമാണല്ലോ. കേരളത്തിൽ നടന്നുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന വികസന പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങളെ തെറ്റായി ചിത്രീകരിക്കുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടി മനഃപൂർവ്വം ബോധപൂർവം തയ്യാറാക്കിയിട്ടുള്ള സ്റ്റോറിയാണ്. അത് കേരളത്തിലെ ജനങ്ങൾ തള്ളിക്കളയും, അതിന് സംശയമൊന്നും വേണ്ട.
रिश्ते की बुनियादी धोखो हो गए, तू रिश्ते के लाने जिंदगी ना लुटा दे हम।
माँ फैजान ऐसा नहीं।
Highly objectionable ideas are being presented according to the information now available to me, that some people are being forcefully compelled to eat beef. There is no such compulsion happening in Kerala.
Let's start by living in.
मैं कन्वर्ट नहीं होंगी। हाँ,
और वैसे भी मैं इन सब चीजों में बिलीव नहीं करता।
बच्चे तो होंगे ना, वो किस रिलीजन को फॉलो करेंगे?
लेकिन बीफ नहीं खाऊंगी।
ये सब प्रोपेगेंडा फिल्म्स हैं और ये कहीं ना कहीं मतलब पीछे से स्पॉन्सर्ड भी होते हैं और एक टारगेट लेकर बनाई जाती हैं, तो इसलिए इनका कोई ज़्यादा इम्पैक्ट तो फिर रहता नहीं है.
Reflects a reality of society. Rather than welcome this, those who are champions of free speech, who say we should not ban books and films, they are the ones opposing it because it exposes a particular radical thought. Is love jihad and forcible conversion a figment of imagination?
कि मैंने अपना सब कुछ खो दिया, बस जिंदगी बर्बाद हो गई, बस सपने चूर चूर हो गए.
It's almost become a trend now. Every time there is a new film which is seen as politically aligned, the outrage, the politics starts even before the film actually hits the silver screens. The latest one in this edition, I dare say, is going to be Kerala Story 2. And joining us now on the show, we have the producer and the director of the show. Thanks very much, Mr. Vipul Shah, for speaking to us. Thanks also to Kamakya Narayan Singh, director of the film. So, Mr. Shah, I'll start by asking you, are you scared that your film is going to be banned?
I don't think so, because I have my full faith in the judiciary. And the fact that we have not made a film which is a fiction. Our film is based on true incidences, and every scene in the film, we have enough and more evidences to show that this is a true story. But coming to your earlier point that it's not a politically aligned film. If I was politically aligned, I would be having a story from Bengal or Assam or or Tamil Nadu, where the basic elections are supposed to happen. Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan have had election last year, but we have got stories from those two states. So, and those are also the BJP ruled states, as people say that we are the stooges of BJP, then we wouldn't be taking stories from BJP state. We would be taking stories from probably Bengal, Calcutta, so many other states, which are non-BJP states.
But so you're talking really about Islamic radicalization, and the name itself is Kerala Story 2. And of course, in your first edition of this film, you had spoken of how the entire radicalization, the conversion of women, them being shipped out to Islamic State, all of that is happening in Kerala. So the Kerala government actually is first off the block, and you have managed to do the impossible. The opposition and the government in Kerala are both angry with you.
I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I would say that simply put, I feel that after the first one, there was one accusation that kept happening around us, that something like this doesn't happen in Kerala. The number of 32,000 is a complete fiction of, friction of our imagination. And then we put out a video on 6th of June, a 17-minute long video on YouTube, where we've explained the 32,000 number with institutes and the names of institutes and people where they can go. Even in Kerala Assembly, there was a document presented where the number of 7,700 something was put on the table in the assembly. So it was not not our imagination. These are hard, real numbers. But what I felt is that after that, I expected the Kerala government to take very hard stand on these criminals. But I haven't really heard of that happening. Rather, now we've been told again that we are coming to create some, divide in the social harmony. And I'm surprised that social harmony gets divided when you expose criminals.
So you're sticking to that 32,000 number. You're still saying that 32,000 girls from Kerala were converted and then made a part of Islamic State. You're sticking to that number.
I'm saying with that video is available on YouTube. It's still there. Anybody can go and check it. And in fact, some of the Kerala people were upset with us because they thought that we've reduced the number. The number is much larger. But we did not have those numbers evidence. Whatever evidence we had, we have put it out. So that is for people to go and check. So that's as simple as that. But
interesting, because the largely the narrative was that the filmmakers have backtracked कि 32,000 से सिर्फ 3 पे वो आ गए कि 3 लड़कियों की कहानी है. So you watered down that number. But let's look forward now to Kerala story 2. And
can I just in one line say one thing?
Yes, go on.
Even in Bombay, when we got victims, we got 26 victims to come on stage. So 3 is a number which is anywhere non-existent, but that is how they wanted to attack us, and they attacked us and they created a narrative, and obviously they are way more powerful in creating a narrative than our capabilities of art. So we were we took some time, but eventually people believed that the film was speaking truth, and that's why so many people have watched it and really liked the film.
Kamakya Narayan Singh, I saw the trailer says inspired by many true events. Then it goes on to say कि हम Islamic State बना देंगे अगले 25 सालों में पूरे भारत में Islamic राष्ट्र बन जाएगा. Can you tell us some of these true events that your film is inspired by? Did you actually find cases where a girl was made to eat beef? Because that is what the anger is directed at. That you want to talk about the problem of radicalization is fine, but you're actually suggesting कि लड़कियों को पकड़ के बीफ खिलाया जा रहा है.
एक केस नहीं, मैं कई केसों का जवाब दे सकता हूं, आपको बता सकता हूं जिसमें लड़कियों को I met the girls who have told me that they were forced to eat beef. I know those girls. So there are not 1, 2, 3, there are at least 10 to 20 cases which I have, and there might be lot more cases because every day there has been cases reported. So we can't deny this fact.
Can you tell us about some of these?
And Gajwai Hind, in PFI's document they have written, in Jangur's case, it is written that we want to create a Gajwai Hind through using these girls as a trap model, where we use our love as a trap model and take them on our side, convert them into Islam.
कुछ आप ऐसी कहानियां बता सकते हैं कौन से स्टेट में, कैसे शहर में, उन लड़कियों ने आपको क्या बताया? Would you like to tell us some of these stories, Mr. Singh?
मुझे मुंबई में लड़कियां मिली है जिन्होंने बताया है. आप छोड़ दीजिए सब कुछ. मुंबई में मुझे लड़कियां मिली है जिन्होंने मुझे बताया कि they were forcefully made to eat beef. मुझे दिल्ली के आसपास जो लड़कियां मिली है उन्होंने मुझे बताया कि फोर्सफुली उनको बीफ खिलाया गया. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि कहीं भी नहीं मिला है, हर जगह है इस तरह की केसेस. मुझे एक लड़की मिली मुंबई में जिसने मुझे ये बताया कि उसको घर के बाहर एक जहां बकरी रखा जाता है, कुछ रखा जाता है, वहां पे उसको सुलाया जाता था जब तक उसने बीफ नहीं खाया. आई हैव लॉट ऑफ केसेस लाइक दिस.
एंड ऑल्सो ऑफ ये जो तथाकथित लव जिहाद है, इसके एक्चुअल केसेस क्या ये पुलिस के पास गए थे? आपने कैसे इनको ट्रैक डाउन किया?
पुलिस के पास भी जो केसेस, सी देयर आर 3 stages where we found the cases. 1, news reports. 2, police FIRs. 3, court judgments. There are few judgments courts have given. So all these 3 things which we found and then met the victims. I remember a girl, a divorcee I met. She was trapped into love, and then her mother-in-law wanted her not to get pregnant till the time she converts. These are all original stories. I have met them personally. And then I find there's a racket which is run by Jangur, which is run by this Operation Asmita. Then I find the links are in 8 states, 10 states, 12 states. I get reports from Bhopal. How can we say that it's an individual case? It's not an individual case. It's a organized crime by these terrorists. They want to change the demography of this country.
Mr. Shah, did you also find that there was a pattern to all of this? Because let's be honest, what is going to be argued is कि आपके पूरे देश में एक ऐसा racket चल रहा है, a pan-India racket is running, whereby 2047 they want to change the nature of our country and the government doesn't know. How is it possible that this is happening large scale and nobody knows about it?
Everybody knows about it. The problem is that about this, they're designed to convert India into an Islamic state. By 2047 has been found in many documents. NIA has submitted those documents in court. So it's not a new thing. Now, for example, Jalaluddin Jangur, that guy who was caught in UP, allegedly he's converted more than 3,000-4,000 girls. Mohammad Gautam, court has actually given him life imprisonment for converting more than 1,000 girls. There is Operation Asmita, as Kamakhya was just talking about. There are 8 to 12 state links. It's a well-organized crime. Recently, there was this guy called Prince who was posing as Hindu, and allegedly he's converted more than 300 girls. Then there was Jihad, which was recently exposed, where gyms were used to trap the girls. Now, how long can you say, okay, these are random cases? If you add all these numbers, they're running thousands. And yet, if you want to say that they are sporadic, they are one-off, it's not like organized. And can you convert 3,000-4,000 girls or 300 girls or 1,000 girls? Unless and until you have a network, can one person single-handedly do it without funding coming from somewhere? Is it even possible? In Jangur's case, he was a feriwala, and now apparently in his bank account there is more than 100 crore rupees. Where has it come from? He had a rate card of every girl, that if you get a Brahmin's girl, you will get so much money. If you get a Thakur Rajput's girl, you will get so much money. These rate cards, do they tell you that they are real, genuine love marriages? What do they tell you? And if we choose to not look at them and say, okay, these are random things, then that's the choice that you make. But for us, when we look at all these documents, when we look at all these stories, when we look at all these cases, we feel compelled to tell this story to the people of this country, to all our daughters, to all our families, fathers, mothers, brothers, sisters, everybody. And then they can decide what they feel of these stories for their life. That is all we can do. We can only bring it to them. Choice is finally theirs. We felt compelled as filmmakers to tell these stories.
Kamakhya ji, you gave examples of how these forcible conversions or this so-called love jihad is happening. When it comes to the idea of Islamic State, is it based purely on that one document that was found in Bihar, which spoke of Ghazwa-e-Hind 2047? I know that's the document you must be referring to, which the police recovered. But did you actually find cases on your own as well where वर्क वाज हैपनिंग ऑन दिस? बिकॉज एक तरफ एक डॉक्यूमेंट मिलता है, वो अलग बात है, बट इस पे क्या सच में कुछ काम हो भी रहा था?
काम क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? ये जो सारी चीजें हैं जो ऑर्गेनाइज्ड वे में लड़कियों को कन्वर्ट किया जा रहा है, ये तो काम ही हो रहा है ना. हाउ कैन यू डिनाई दिस? इफ द गर्ल्स आर ट्रैप्ड एंड दे आर कन्वर्टेड, इट इज एन ऑर्गेनाइज्ड क्राइम.
How many such cases did you find of conversion?
One document also cannot be just given away.
There are
in
Padmajaji,
your this
there
case,
are so many,
Jangur's case,
so many
it is
cases,
they want as many they can convert.
Okay.
There are so many cases, Padmajaji, but there are families who are shy, they are feeling ashamed, they don't want to come out and talk about this in the open. When you go and meet them, they are ready to talk, but on a condition of anonymity. They don't want their names to be given. So some of the things we cannot share only because the families don't want to reveal their names or their cases. And the society around them also puts that pressure on them. But the fact is that I am just giving you, add Jangur, Mohammad Gautam, Mission Asmita, Prince. Between these 4-5 cases, the number is more than 5,000 girls.
5,000. Will you stick to
how
that
much
number?
more
क्योंकि
evidence-
बार बार अब इसी पे बकायदा फैक्ट चेक होगा. आपको पता है अभी पहले 32,000 था, अब वो 5,000 का एक बाल की खाल निकाली जाएगी कि 5,000 से 4,999 नहीं होना चाहिए.
देखिए
मैं इससे ज्यादा नंबर दे सकता हूं. I'll tell you one thing.
कामाख्या
Do little research हो.
कामाख्या एक सेकंड. मैंने पहले कहा कि ये वो नंबर्स हैं जो पुलिस की रिपोर्ट में उन्होंने मीडिया में आप ही लोगों ने दिखाए हुए नंबर्स हैं. ठीक है, उनकी तहकीकात चल रही है और उसमें क्या नंबर निकलेंगे ये पता नहीं. बट आई एम सेइंग इवन इफ अलेजेड नंबर इज 5,000, डज इट नॉट वरी यू दैट दिस इज हैपनिंग एट अ वेरी इंडस्ट्रियल स्केल? It worries me. It makes me nervous. It makes me really feel sad if that is what is happening. So I think we all need to also not go into nitpicking के वो 5,000 था, 4,700 था या 5,200 था. That's for cops to prove, and cops will do their job and they will prove it. But the number, the volume, the size itself is very scary. At least I feel so.
If it's happening on an industrial scale, definitely so. Mr. Singh, you also wanted to add to this.
No, the numbers will be more than this. But you guys will have to do a ground research. The judgments which have come, so one of the victim, I was speaking to the victim. I told her, would you like to do an interview with me? She said, no, I'm now married and I don't want to go in public. There are hundreds of cases like this also, where they were cheated out of love and they don't want to come in public. I've met them, I've spoken to them. So please, let's do a bigger research. Go to the ground, check, you will find out. In the trailer, you see the parents are playing. I've seen the parents playing in police station. I've seen the girls being crying. They don't have their career now.
But what would you say to people, because when you talk about Love Jihad, the reality of our country also is that we are a pluralistic country, we are a secular country. A lot of people are marrying out of their will, Mr. Shah. And the way dynamics are, family dynamics in our country, sometimes the parents just don't approve. So a lot of that also goes into the realm of Love Jihad. How do you respond to that? That this is also patriarchy acting out, कि एक लड़की अपनी मर्जी से शादी करती है, उसको Love Jihad बोल देते हैं.
नहीं, देखिए, if anybody is by their own choice getting into a relationship or even getting married, we are nobody to make any comment. We have no right to make any comment. When that or some of those cases and many more other cases where the motives are extremely different and they are not genuine and the intention is not to actually marry a girl out of love, but the intention is to marry her out of some other motive, that is when we want to bring those stories to people and say, then you make your choice.
Okay.
That is every individual's right and they will choose for themselves. We are nobody to tell them what they should choose or not choose. But what is happening at least according to us at an industrial scale, at least we want to show that to the people and let them choose about what they want to choose about their life.
Fair point.
That freedom is theirs.
But finally, I want to ask you about the characterization. There's one way to talk about a story, but usually the grouse is that it's done in a fashion that almost makes Muslims look like demons. It's a demonization of Muslims. How do you respond to that? That is not just about the message, it's also about the picturization.
Okay, let me put it in other context. If I was to show Hafiz Saeed in a film, how will I show him? Show him as a saint or I'll show him as a terrorist? If I have to show Maulana Masood Azhar, how will I show him? What is the right way of showing these people? So what is the right way of showing somebody who is destroying the life of a girl and killing the girl? What is the way to show it? If I was to make a film on, say, Shraddha Walkar's case, where the boy butchered her cut her into 36 pieces, how am I supposed to show that guy? What is the right way of showing? So we need to be clear about whom we are showing. And we are very clear that we are not against any religion or any community. We have made that point very clear even when we were making part 1. We are making it again. We are not against any religion or community. But people who are doing this or have done this, I don't think that they need to be shown any mercy in their depiction. I definitely don't think. They need to be shown exactly the way they are, whatever they've done.
All right, and in the interest of continuing the tradition of being a pluralistic country, it also means that every story needs to be told, because ultimately it is the person in the cinema hall, the viewer, who is the ultimate judge. For the time being though, both gentlemen, thanks very much for speaking to us and good luck with your film.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.